grew up with my father and my mother in teaching me and the rest of our children that the purpose of life was to raise a family, to work hard, and to contribute to the society in which you live. I remember my mother and my father each contributed in their own ways, in different ways. But in anything they did, they taught that integrity and civility and honesty was paramount in any endeavor in which you engaged. My dad was in the state legislature for many years, and I'd sit in committee meetings and watch him go through the process. And I remember the story when he was a young legislator, and a lobbyist gave him a check. The lobbyist gave him a check as a campaign donation. Then a vote came up a few weeks later that was relevant and key to the lobbyist's position. My dad voted against the lobbyist's position because it was the right thing for his district. The lobbyist came to him in a very incensed fashion and said, "You can't do that." And my dad, I'll never forget, I wasn't there, but I'll never forget hearing the story because I've heard it my entire life. My dad pulled out his checkbook, wrote a check for the campaign contribution, and said, "I thought that you were contributing to my campaign because you believed that I would be a good legislator, not because you were buying my vote." He gave him the campaign contribution back, and the relationship was over. Some of the problems that we face, and one of the things that is so key on my agenda, is that we have to return accountability to Washington. We need to send a message to lobbyists that say, America will tell its own congressman how they feel, and the congressman will vote based on how they feel, not on where the money flows. Second, we need to return to civility. In America that is so diverse, one of the only things that keeps us united is our quest for freedom. We've got to stop being so polarizingly partisan, whether it's inside of the Republican Party or whether it's across the aisle. We need to return to a degree of civility. I say that not only with respect to what's occurring in Washington, but I say that with respect to what's occurring in politics.